What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL. And I'm here to tell you why I believe Mitchell Trubisky's career is essentially over with the Chicago Bears. Before I do, if you're new to the channel, guys, welcome. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe if you have not done so already. Please make sure to hit the bell icon down below so you're notified every time I drop a new video. Guys, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Links, as always, down below for that. So with that being said, let's get into it. All right. Let me start by saying this. This is a topic that is a pretty sensitive one in the Bears fan base. This is something that I've been kind of holding back on because I wanted official news. I wanted some sort of confirmation as the offseason started. And we have not heard anything about this, right? We have not heard anything about the future of Mitchell Trubisky with the Chicago Bears. So, you know what? I said, let's just talk about it. Let's address it. I'm going to tell you guys what I believe, and I'm going to tell you guys why I believe what I believe. And for those of you out there that, don't want to believe it or refuse to believe it, I'll try to convince you. So, here we go. Mitchell Trubisky's career with the Chicago Bears. All right, so we've been talking this whole time about all these other quarterbacks, right? Deshaun Watson, Derek Carr, Carson Wentz, all these quarterbacks out there that the Bears want to get. And we haven't really talked about the elephant in the room, which is Mitchell Trubisky. Well, why is that? Well, there's essentially two reasons why, okay? Number one, Mitchell Trubisky is a free agent. So technically right now, if we don't do anything, Mitchell Trubisky is not going to be on the roster next season. So he can't be the Bears quarterback. All right? It's just a basic knowledge. He is a free agent. He is no longer under contract with the Chicago Bears. Number two, I told you this when the decision was made to bring back Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace, that depending on what the Bears ownership, the McCaskies, do and who they pick, we will know the other party's out. They made their decision. It was Nagy and Pace, which means Mitch is out. How do I know that? Here's how. Because obviously Mitchell Trubisky is a free agent. But besides that point, the reason I believe that leads to Mitchell Trubisky no longer being with the Chicago Bears is because they, and when I say they, I mean the front office, the ownership, cannot have you run it back with the same exact situation. Right? So we run it back again with Nagy, Pace, and Mitch. Not going to happen. There needs to be some change. Now, a lot of you guys, including myself, wanted Nagy and Pace gone. Right? Some people wanted Nagy gone. Some people wanted Pace gone. I told you they come as a package. You can't separate them. So a lot of people wanted them gone. And there's people that want Mitch gone. Well, again, Mitch is a free agent. But if you are keeping Pace and Nagy, that means you are changing something else. What else could that change be besides Mitchell Trubisky? He's a free agent. You don't have to do anything. Just let him go and find a new quarterback. Now, I don't think there would be a lot of pushback on the Bears letting Mitchell Trubisky go if we did not see, or if we did see that there was a better option out there. But that's exactly the problem here. Deshaun Watson's nice. He's the big fish. He's the grand prize. But are we really getting Deshaun Watson? Again, probably unlikely, but there's still hope out there. And so if you don't, the quarterback market is already drying up. I've talked about Matthew Stafford going to the Rams, Carson Wentz to the Colts, even though I didn't want him. Derek Carr might not get traded. Matt Ryan, the Falcons have said he's not getting traded. So you're looking at, what are you looking at? A lot of Sam Darnold's, Gardner Minshew's, Jameis Winston's, guys like that. That's what you're talking about. So that's where the question comes. Are they really that much better than Mitchell Trubisky? The guy who's led us to the playoffs 2 of the last 3 years, or 2 of the last two of his seasons in Chicago, we've gone to the playoffs with Mitchell Trubisky. Are they really that much better than Mitch? Like Darnold's better than Mitch? Like Jameis? These guys. And Honestly, in a vacuum, they're probably not. You can make the argument Mitchell Trubisky's better, but the entire thing changes because of the two reasons I talked about. Mitch is no longer a free agent, or I should say Mitch is a free agent. What am I saying? Mitch is a free agent, and two, the Bears picked Nagy and Pace. If those two things did not exist, I believe Mitchell Trubisky would be the Bears' best quarterback option over all the other guys I named in terms of Sam Darnold, Gardner Minshew, Jameis Winston, Andy Dalton, Tyrod Taylor, Cam Newton, all these guys, all these free agent quarterbacks, all these guys that are available through trade. Mitch is better than all of them, but he's a free agent, which means if you want to bring back Mitch, you got to do a new deal with him. Well, are you going to overpay for Mitch? Probably not. But then what if Mitch wants to get paid? And what if Mitch doesn't want to come back? And we've seen those reports before. I'm not saying I believe them, but Mitchell Trubisky is going to want to get paid. So do you really want to invest in Mitch after what you've seen from him the past couple of seasons, right? And so you take that into account, and the fact that you want to run it back again. We went 8-8. You want to run it back with the same exact pieces because we know Nagy and Pace are back for one more year. So something has to change, folks. And that's why I'm saying Mitchell Trubisky's career in Chicago is essentially over. Is there a 5% chance that somehow, Nagy calls up Mitch and says, hey, let's go one more time, take a, prove it deal and we can do it? Maybe, but I'm not holding out hope on that. No, it's over, folks. And I told you that's the two reasons why. It's because Nagy and Pace are back, and it's because he's a free agent. If Nagy and Pace didn't come back and they fired them, I could have seen a new GM, a new front office regime, a new coach maybe come and bring back Mitch on a 1 or 2 year deal, a short-term deal. I could see that. But with Nagy and Pace being back, no shot, no chance. So that's the reason of why, folks, we're discussing all these quarterbacks, okay? I love Mitch. I wish him the best of luck, but it's a business at the end of the day. He's a free agent. The Bears have already made their decision whether you agree with them or not in picking Nagy and Pace over Mitch. That's the reason why I believe his career in Chicago is over. All right? So there you have it, folks. My thoughts on that. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree. Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.